This is the time of day when I make a YouTube video. It's not beer 30 yet, but I'm waiting in between coats of mud here on the Franken Ford, and I got to make some little pieces. We're getting down to finishing this and putting the rockers in it, and it's in a lot better shape than Joe Biden, even though that cab is pretty horrendous underneath. I wanted to point something out to you, and we're going to make some political points too. Another fail. See this dormant tank, 2.5 years old, and the original tank, see this? Original tank, this is a 98, this truck, lasted up until 2.5 years ago. Those dark spots, when you're looking at that, that's your gas vapor coming through your tank. The tank is rotted out, dormant, and your shit products. Hi, bud. Orange Cat's here to say vote for Trump. Now, we're going to get into why this is happening, okay? You see, we're now China's dependence, and that goes to what's going on politically, okay? Because there's not a day that goes by that China doesn't bite me in the balls or the ass for $100, $200, $20. You know, my DeWalt, the pad on the electric orbital sander, that blew apart, $20-some for, I got 3 of them in a nifty Chinese kit. Says Genius Pack on it. Genius Pack. Okay, my steel weed whacker, the coil went. So I went and bought a cheap Chinese weed whacker out at Lowe's, a Craftsman, piece of crap. Okay, $200. My fan went in my bedroom. I have a floor fan, one of those wind machines. I mean, I did get 5 years out of that fan. I will tell you, I did get 5 years out of the fan. But that's what I'm saying about China. So why is this happening? Why are they bolstering illegals over Americans? Well, you be the new slaves there. I'd use the other word, but YouTube would boink me. Basically, that's really what's going on. So the first thing that really needs to happen is I hope Trump ascends to office again. He gets in there, he grabs every one of them by the balls, and he makes them, on public television, describe what an illegal alien is and why you do not give illegal people a job in America. Okay? We're the native born. That's why I work in my backyard. Because first of all, everybody tells me they can't afford to pay me what I'm worth. Okay, I have to accept that. I do have a high degree of talent, paints, aviation, engineering, structural, metallurgy, master's degrees. So why would I go work for some fucktard for $15 an hour doing a skilled labor trade? Well, that's because there's another shop down the road or another construction company that has all illegals working for them. And see, they get all kinds of welfare, food stamps, free health care, and you or I take a job, we lose any benefits from the VA or whatever from the state that we get. We just automatically lose it. So we're getting penalized. So why are we not discussing this? Well, it must be the same fucking genius that makes black flashlights. Yes, sir, I understand you want... This cat, I think he wants to be in movies. I think he escaped from a freaking science laboratory. So basically that's what's going on is our Congress needs to be sat down and answer to everybody what an illegal alien is and why they don't belong in this country. Not to mention they're bringing all kinds of disease, overwhelming our schools and our legal system. I'm not a fan of the legal system. Let them be busy with the bullshit. Let them deal with it. So that's what I had to tell you is there isn't a day that goes by that China doesn't bite me in the ass for, you know, a couple $100. And this poor truck, you know, it's been here. Some of that's been a failure of bad parts, wrong parts, broken parts, no parts, stinky chicken farts. But the truck is getting out of here. I got to put the hitch on it. I got some things to do to that tire rack. And I don't know if anybody's seen that with the plate that I have on there. Because a couple guys asked me about displaying what I'm doing. See that plate underneath there? Okay. And I'm going to grab my next videos going out to Mike at Wool Wax. I did get a Wool Wax sponsorship. And I'm going to show you how Wool Wax works. I've got some angle iron over here. This is going to be that gusset that I cut out on that Chevy truck. Okay. There's the bumper. The bumper's got a hole in it. Okay. So before your truck turns terminal, you guys can do this shit in your driveway. And then I'm going to show you how to fix these... the bed rails where the bed sits on the frame. This one's getting pretty terminal. I'm going to show you how to fix that. We're going to flip this bed over. Slippers is the Soviet submarine surface. My buddy Slippers, he has his poor truck here since God knows when. But anyway, this frame, it's getting thinner than Bryden's brain cells. So we're going to have to do something here. Maybe weld some metal in it. The gusset's going to go here. I've got to watch what I do here, how close I come with this, because of getting these shock bolts out. And as you can see, those shock bolts are loose. Yeah, both of them are loose. Those are those heavy, I believe I got those through Superlift, and I think they're a Monroe product. But they're the load levelers, and they do make a difference. And see, we need to replace the diff cover. See, guys, if you're seeing the outside of your diff covers wet like that, it's leaking. It's just like that fuel tank. That's why the metal's darker over here, because it's coming right through the steel. And that's your made in China. Okay, so I'll have more on this truck. We did get the engine back together, and it purrs like a kitty. It really does. So I'm going to have my son wash his truck after we get this frame coated. We're going to go after this clear coat. There's shit all over it from my fire pit, but I don't care. We're going to fix the paint. So he's got quite a bit of work yet to do on this, and we got some brake line work to do on it. But you guys can do all of this in the shade tree of your backyard in the summer. You can rip something down, and with a little bit of help from a welder or maybe a buddy that has a portable welder, I'm pretty pleased with that Avenger welder. I actually told them up where I bought it from. I told them I'm pretty pleased with it. So there you go. There's our next project. And remember what I said. It's not Russia that's controlling this election. I want you folks to listen to me. Russia has nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, Putin and some of his leadership, they have a lot of fondness in the Russian people. Because I've met people from Russia, Romania, the Czech Republic. They have a lot of respect for, they're very nice to Americans. But they hate our fucking politicians like Biden and Bush and Clintons. They're snakes. Okay? And just remember about those bikers. They try to put Trump in jail on the 18th. I think hell's coming to breakfast, because I have another video I made, and I was pretty tired when I made it. I had my patch. I was patched up. Because when you see those guys coming on the black motorcycles for you, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, I think you turds better go dig a hole and hide in it. Because I'll tell you something, our entire chapter here is pissed off. Especially since they know they're putting in these mobile, independent repeaters all over these cities. I think they're going to be shutting down cellular communications. That's why they had everybody go to cell phones. So I think for this election, the way they're going to rip it off, they're going to make it look like it's some sort of cyber attack, like a false flag. And I think that's how they're going to pull off ripping off the election. Now, we're going to have to recount the votes, but we're going to claim Kamala's president. You see, if you fuck up an election, somebody's got to be president and somebody's got to stay in charge. And I do think that my theory is coming closer to being true. But I am close to the State Department and Department of Defense. I've been all my life. I have my allies. Thanks for watching my videos, guys.